What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the world famous Whiskey Chaser channel. I know that this is yet another video not on the bike. Believe me, I know it's killing me. In case you didn't know, we got some snow. We got a lot of snow. The Northeast got hit pretty damn hard, and my bike is pretty much on lockdown until that snow melts. So here we are. Luckily, I do have a letter, or rather something, and a couple things to talk about. So I wanted to get down, see what we got going on, at least put something out there to the world, you know? So let's open this up. In case anybody is wondering, I use a Kershaw. This knife is great. I got it as a gift. I love it. Probably overkill for an envelope. Let's see here. Right. So we got a sticker from Nosyjoe. We got a sticker. Boom. So, if you guys don't know Nosyjoe, he lives out in Kentucky. He's a motovlogger, and he's a cool guy. He has a cool Harley, and right now, I think he's doing a series where he went on vacation over out west into the Nevada area and rented a what he calls low-tech Ducati because it doesn't have self-canceling turn signals, which I think is hilarious. Very, very funny. And you should go check him out. He does not have 100 subs, and we would like to see him at 100 subs. So if you are not subscribed to him, give him a sub. Also, if you are not subscribed to me, give me a sub. Why not, right? We're here. Also, keep the sweater. If you guys don't know Odin Manufacturing, these guys make some great gear. They make sweaters, they make gloves, they make face masks, they make all kinds of stuff. And they are from Canada, but they ship really, really fast. It shipped like the day I ordered it, and it was here in like 4 days, even though the shipping said it was going to be here in 7 to 14 business days. It got here in like 4 days. I don't know if it has anything to do with me being in New York, being closer to the border or anything, but it was here in record time. And these guys are awesome. This thing is super comfy. I love it. It's very, very awesome. So if you like, go check them out. And yeah, so as I said, it's snowing a lot, in case you had not seen my Instagram post where I had my bike out in the snow being completely blocked in by giant, huge walls of snow. I'll go ahead and put that stuff up. So while we're here, while we can't go ride, while we can't get out, I figured that what we would do is talk about a couple things that are happening in the motorcycle world. Right now is, the beginning of the year, 2021. We just had the 2021 Harley Davidson reveal. There are still some things that are coming out with Harley Davidson over the year. We're going to see how February 22nd works with the Pan American. One thing that did just get released is the 2021 Harley Davidson Revival, certified by the EPA. This is from motorcycle.com. This happened on the 1st, and this will be coming out on the 5th. So other people probably have talked about it a little bit, but since my videos come out Fridays, then I just kind of had to wait a little bit. Basically saying that Harley Davidson announced its 2021 touring lineup last month, but we can confirm the company has one more model of its sleeve, and we're not talking about the Pan America. 2021 model virtual presentation includes the teaser image of a fuel tank console with the word Revival written on it. Motorcycle.com can now confirm the Harley Davidson Revival will be a 2021 touring model powered by the Milwaukee 8 V-twin. So basically, there was a picture of just the gas tank, and it says Revival on it, and then the EPA certification basically confirmed that they're going to be using the Milwaukee 8 motor in this bike, and it will probably be a touring style bike. So what kind of bike is this going to be? Well, considering everything that Harley is doing this year with their rewire and then the new hardwire system that is now being set into place, I would imagine this is going to be very similar to something like the Heritage, something a little bit more old school, something with that, you know, maybe street glide or electric glide style look, perhaps. Something that's going to be, you know, kind of old school, kind of with a little bit maybe more chrome on it, maybe some, you know, older school handlebars, something like that. Not going to be something newer like a lot of the bikes are right now, like the bobber style. You know, you have a lot of these bobber style bikes that are out from the factory, especially with the release of the new 2021 Street Bob that everybody's been talking about for weeks. And you know, that 114 engine got added in there. It's a real stripped down, it's raw, it's bare bones. People really like that bike. And so basically what I think this is going to be after the Pan America reveal on the 22nd. They'll probably do this right after that, and it's not going to have as much behind it. It's not going to be like this big, huge reveal. I think it's just going to be a little bit, like I said, more of that older style. With the name Revival, you really think that has to do with the older stuff that Harley is, you know, used to for the last 100 or so years. Definitely with like the Heritage, the name Heritage definitely invokes the type of bike it is. You can look at it and see it's got a lot of those like Honda Shadow American Classic stylings where it has, you know, like the big fenders. It looks good with like the fringy saddlebags or like the studded seats. You know, people tend to lean more towards those bikes when they're trying to get that older style, that 80s, 90s, you know, invoked leather, biker, club, you know, hanging out at the bar style. And that's really kind of, you know, something to hold on to. I think it's a smart move because you have a lot of guys that are, or a lot of people, you know, men and women both, who are, you know, younger, between the ages of, you know, 21 and 35-ish, I would say, and they want to have this very distinct styling of stepping away from that older look. They want like those bobbers, they want the cafe racers, they like the scramblers and the naked bikes, and those, you know, those older people who are, you know, 45 to 50 something, 45 to 60, who are still out there riding or perhaps even getting into riding themselves. They don't want that stripped down bobber look, or they don't want to ride a cafe racer, they don't want to ride a sport bike, they don't want to ride a 600RR. They want to have just the what they grew up with. They want to have the Terminator style bike, the Fat Boy, or they want to have, I don't know if you guys remember this TV show that was on in the early 90s. It was like 92, 93, aired for like 5 or 6 seasons, something like that, but it was called Renegade. And this guy he was an ex-cop. He got framed for murdering his girlfriend, whatever. A great show, but really what it's all about is this ex-cop, Reno Reigns. He rides from town to town, and he rides on this motorcycle. He rides this Harley Davidson, and it's, you know, it's got flames on it. I'll put a picture up of it. It's got, you know, like a little sissy bar on the back, and it's black tank. It looks like it's kind of like an old school Heritage style. I didn't know exactly what kind of bike it was. I think it was some sort of Softail. You know, it's very old school looking. It's bedroll wrap on it. It's got the big tank. It's got the spoke wheels. Just very old school looking. And that's just something that, you know, a lot of older people want in a motorcycle, which, you know, that could be what like the Revival is it invokes that older style, the late 80s, early 90s, like I said, the studs and the fringe, and, you know, like that cool stuff. It was like buying a custom motorcycle without having to actually go to a shop with a bike, chop it up, put it back together. No, it's not a hardtail. It's no, you know, Harley Davidson, the Barbaro Man style bike for sure, but they were just cool. They were really cool looking bikes. All right, so moving on to the next one. I'm sure that A lot of people have already seen this. I actually even talked about this a little bit on my Instagram. Speaking of my Instagram, if you aren't following me, check right down in one of these corners. I don't know which one it is. You can follow me on Instagram at @whiskeychaser_. I talk about all kinds of stuff in my life. I post pictures of my cats. I talk about motorcycles, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. So you should go do that. So I talked about this a little bit back when it was revealed. Is the 2021 Honda Rebel 1100. I think this is going to be a fantastic motorcycle for the community. It's going to be a big step up from the 500. It's going to add 600 more cc's. You got the Africa Twin, which has been in a lot of motorcycles already. But the biggest thing about this is it has a really cool stripped down bobber look. So they're really going for that younger crowd. The really cool thing about this thing is it has a DCT, which is a dual clutch transmission that is available in a regular 6-speed or a 6-speed automatic. And there's a lot of purists out there who are gonna be like, you can't ride a motorcycle that's automatic, are you crazy? But I'll tell you what, scooters are great. I love scooters. Parker had a scooter for 7 years, I believe, and I would ride that thing every chance I got. It was awesome, especially if you're looking around the city. Automatic, just, you know, 2 brakes right there, don't have to worry about anything, don't have to worry about shifting. Thing had a really, really great center of gravity. You could whip around corners real fast. I like scooters, but there's a lot of people who are going to want to step up from a scooter to a motorcycle really, really quickly. And this is gonna be a great bike for entry-level people to get into this sport. Yeah, and so you're looking at ABS, you have different ride modes, you have cruise control, of course you have the 1100, which is going to be a big bump up from the 500. I mean, it's got great suspension. This is gonna be a great, I actually might even go ride one of these. I might see if I could get out to a Honda dealership and ride one, because they look like amazing bikes. Like, you know, if they have one available that they would let me test drive, I would definitely go test drive it just to see how it feels. Kind of like how the Live Wire has been out for a little while now, and every big vlogger on the interwebs has, you know, who has had a chance to drive this thing. The number one thing they talk about is how much they love that it's automatic. You get on it, you start the bike, you twist the throttle, you go, and that's it. You don't have to worry about too much. And while banging through the gears is amazing, obviously, just the whole fact that you can get on a bike and you can just twist the throttle and go is really, really convenient, I think. And it was a lot like when I would ride, you know, Parker's scooter. I really liked it because you could get on it and just go. It was great. And this being it's gonna be a gas-powered engine, which I do like. It will have a manual bypass, kind of like a sequential transmission on a car. If you get into an automatic car and it has the little thing where you can pop the shifter over and you can move up or down in the gears, it'll have that, but it'll just be on the handlebar. It will have, you know, a good amount of power. I think this is gonna be a cool bike. So I really am excited to see these start to hit the streets. I looked around, I could not find one for sale yet near me, even though everything I read on it says that these models are going to be rolling out in January 2021. It is now February, I haven't seen any, so I don't really know what's going on with it. But as soon as this weather clears up a little bit and some of these bikes start getting into the hands of these dealers, I think I'm definitely going to go try and find one of these and see about test riding it, because like I said, it's a great looking bike. I mean, as an entry-level bike, I think it'd be really, really fun. I would not probably want to ride it for too long. I would think that after about 6 months to a year, you are going to outgrow this, which I think is okay, because then you move up from this 1100 to something like, you know, maybe a street bob or a Softail standard, something like that. Just getting into the entry level of the big twins. You know, I've been riding around an 883 for 4 years now, and I would love to get a bigger bike as soon as, you know, the funding allows, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think this is going to be cool. Would be excited to see the different electronic controls. You have selectable torque controls, 3 ride modes, cruise control, and have a wheelie control built into it, which is really tight. So yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, I keep saying it's cool. I need to find some more adjectives. Read a freaking book or something, Chase. Jesus. All right, and last but not least, so this isn't just a Harley channel. This is not just a cruiser channel. I actually have ridden a bunch of sport bikes and everything before in the past. I've never owned one myself, but I have ridden them and I have gotten pretty aggressive with them. Probably not as aggressive as I could because number one, they weren't my bike, and number two, I'm not super familiar. I'm more of just a casual rider, even though I do like to go fast. So the real big thing that's coming out on the sport bike end is going to be the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa is making a big return. It's going to have more aggressive lines. It's going to be a little bit longer. Just a really great looking bike. It is going to be more aerodynamic. It looks like there's going to be lower set mirrors, which I think will improve the visibility of it. And then, you know, like the speed settings, it'll help with those aerodynamics. Not a whole lot has changed, I think, drivetrain wise, except they're saying that it could go from the 1340cc to a 1450. That's not yet confirmed, so I'm not 100% sure about that. The thing is the 2021 Hayabusa is going to be revealed what is today. So Friday, February 5th, I believe Suzuki is going to be releasing all of the new information about this. So while I, in the past, will not know about it till then in the future, you guys can see this video, and then you can also go check out the specs on the new Hayabusa. I am scared to freaking death of Hayabusas. I think that they are absolutely insane. The fact that they're just going to add more power to it, plus, dude, people turbo these things too, which is crazy to me. I mean, it's a beast of a bike, and I just could not deal with it. Deal with that, I think. Yeah, man. Oh man. All right. So I think that's about it. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter of a video again. I'm sorry that I'm not out on the bike again. We're trying, man. Like, there might be some more snow next week. There might be another video like this next week. We might be able to get back out on the bike, but it is expected to snow again a little bit. I don't think it's going to be as much as it was this week, but we'll have to see how it goes. If you like this kind of content, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to be able to continue talking about stuff that's happening, like in the motorcycle world, or stuff that's happening just in the general world, especially when we aren't able to get out on the bike. I think that this is, you know, a little bit more of a chance for people to get intimate with me, understand who I am, and I get to understand about you guys by you commenting on the videos. So if you made it this far, please give this video a like. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to be able to bump a couple of those numbers up as we would and all. Please go over to Nosyjoe's Motovlog and give him a shout, send him some love, tell him Whiskey Chaser sent you over, and consider subscribing to him as well. As always, follow me on Instagram at whiskeychaser_, and yeah, love you guys. See you later.